My dear Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome to your weekly forecast. This is the predictions forecast. Anyway, for the 12th till the 18th of April. And there is a lot going on. We have the moon shifting to your sign on Monday. Yeah, it will be there for until Friday, I think. No, until Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday it will shift to Aries. And there is a lot going on in your house of values and money. So let's dive in. My name is Raisa Lima. I'm an astrologer using Western Tropical Astrology and the whole house sign system. So when I'm gonna share my screen, so you're gonna see I put your sign Pisces at 0 degree in the ascendant line. So I recommend that you start watching by your rising, ascendant, then your sun and your moon. Got my notes here. So let me start sharing the screen. As we have a lot to talk about. There is so much going on this week. We have a stellium in Aries, and Mercury is leaving your sign, is leaving Pisces and moving to Aries, and we have some strong alignment between Venus and Jupiter as well as we start the week. So let's dive in. This is the chart, as you can see, for the 12. We start the week with the moon still in Aquarius, so it's mentally detached. The moon is in your 12th house, which is all about your inner self, the things that are happening behind the behind the scenes, in your inner world, not in the outer world. What I was going to say, so on Sunday, on the 12th, we start the day with the moon making an inconjunction to Jupiter and a square to Venus. All right, so this inconjunction is, as you can see, squaring Venus and inconjuncting Jupiter. So there is a mismatch between what you feel and what you expect, and some tension as well in relationships. It could be with your siblings or your children, but it's not a very positive, not a bad energy either. But the thing is, Venus and Jupiter, they are in an amazing place and talking to each other in a very nice way. They are sextiling each other. They've been very supportive. And those are the two benefic planets. And this is an alignment that's happening for a few days, for a week or so. It's going to be at its peak on Monday, on the 13th. And this is something that happened exactly on the same signs 12 years ago in January. The perfection was 18th of January 2014. So it's a big expansion in love, it's abundance, it's good luck, good fortune, pleasure, romance, all of that. And for you, it's happening between your third and your fifth house. So either around your neighborhood or the way you think, it's good luck with writing, thinking, publishing, or going social in social media, starting some project within communication, or simply with your siblings, with your neighborhood. And on the fifth house as well, Jupiter is here, exalted in Cancer, expanding your house of pleasure, romance, creativity, children, procreation, by the way. So within this alignment between those two planets and those two houses, you could receive this week, you had already, maybe within the next day, some news, for example, that one of your siblings might become a parent, or one of your kids might become a parent, or you might become a parent too. I don't know. Um, yeah, it's very nice, despite the tension between the moon here, because now the moon in Aquarius, as I said, is mentally detached, is wanting space. So there's a little tension with relationship, but nothing dramatic, nothing really big. As we move to Monday, this alignment between Jupiter and Venus will be at its peak. To take advantage of this, those are the two benefic planets working together, Pisces, to bring you good fortune, money, a new beginning in communication, new romance, love, everything good. Everything's on the table here. On Monday, the moon will start. We start the day with the moon at 29 degree, around 29. So I'm talking from Dubai. This is where I live, and I put in the chart at Dubai time. We are UTC +4. So depending where you are in the planet, you add or subtract some hours. For example, if you're in Brazil, you're 7 hours behind. In Japan, you're 5 hours ahead. But I'm talking from Dubai, so I'm using our time here, UTC +4. So as we start the day, the moon will be squaring Uranus down here, as you can see, this red line, 29 degrees, 29 degrees. It will be perfect around noon, but it's an energy that is happening in the morning, goes a little bit further away in the afternoon, and that can bring some shocking surprises. It's an energy, this energy is unpredictable. That you, because the moon signify your emotions, so that could bring some sudden mood shift, or again on the third house to your 12th house, you might have some unexpected surprises within your neighbors, siblings, the transportation as well, something, for example, with your car, or with writing, texting, learning. You might receive some message, or you can go viral suddenly in social media. And the 12th house as well. There are some teams for the 12th house that's not only is the house of I dream, is your house, the house of Pisces. Yeah, is the subconscious. Um, but it's also it's retreated from the world, is how you dream, is it's unalloyed repressed parts of the self, but it's also international revenue, digital money, and foreign country money. So, and addictions, by the way, be careful with addictions. But with Uranus here, it could bring some shocking surprises if you, let's say, the Bitcoin goes up and you finally get some money uh, with those digital currencies. That would be so good. I bought some Bitcoins a while ago, and I watch every day, and I don't see that thing moving up. It's frustrating. Um, so the moon will shift to Pisces, to your sign. It's going to be on your first house. And this is when you feel like very comfortable. Yeah, you feel good about yourself because the moon here is very intuitive, as you are, is it's slower, it's comforting, is about your intuition and introspection. Your sensitivity will be higher, and you better than no one know how is the moon on your sign. Then what we have on this day is that after the moon square Uranus and enter your sign, on the same day you have Neptune and Mars in conjunction on the second house. Neptune is your ruler, all right? Neptune is working with Mars, and Mars is pushing your ruler to do something here in your house, in the second house, which is the house of money, values, um, self-worth as well. So it's also how we value ourselves, but it's the house of possessions and material world. So Mars wants you to take action here. Neptune might bring some dreams into reality for you specifically, as he will work at your favor. But be careful not to be too, how can I say, confused or idealistic about what you want to pursue. Yeah. So, what else? Then we move to Tuesday. Tuesday, the 14th, the moon is still on your sign, and but she's no longer, well, the moon will continue to blur the edges of reality on your sign, yeah, but today she's flowing instead of confusing. And sorry, the moon in the morning will sextile Ceres here on your third house. Is about nurturing, so you wake up like feeling this gentle and quietly supportive energy from Ceres, wanting to take care of this, of yourself and also of others, of your neighbors, of your community around you, or maybe your brother, your sister, your siblings. Yeah, so you might want to check on them. So this is the energy that we have in the morning. And then in the evening, it's going to be perfect at 7 p.m. here in Dubai, but it's happening already throughout the day, is that the moon will be trining Jupiter exalted in Cancer. So we have two planets in water signs. So there is a lot of emotion. Jupiter is expansion. Um, and there is this sense of emotional relief and optimism and even a little luck here. You might get good luck with romance, with pleasure, with playfulness, or with your children. Yeah, it could bring some nice feeling, nice emotions, nice uh, um, feeling well by being, just by being with them. Is when your mood is lifting and things feel much lighter. So yeah, there's a big expansion here, and this is really good. And everything starts to make sense again, and so on. So Tuesday is a very nice day. As we move to Wednesday, 15. Now the moon, we'll start the day with the moon in, oh, don't do that to me, please, please, please. I'm gonna have, maybe I need to open this again. Wait, let me just stop the video for a second. Record. Okay, let's go back. And oops, am I here? Yeah. So on Wednesday, the 14th, so the moon, we start the day with the moon still on your sign in Pisces. Now this time the moon will square Uranus, not square, sorry, sextile Uranus here in the afternoon. The energy is going on throughout the day, but it will feel stronger in the afternoon, and that can bring again some shocking surprises, positive surprises, with one of your siblings, or yeah, regarding something that you post online. Now it comes the positive surprises. Then what we have on this day is that Mercury is leaving your sign and enter Aries. And Mercury in Aries is when the communication gets bold and fast. Yeah, Aries very impulsive and wants to act. So the communication can become unapologetically direct and blunt. So people, they speak their truth, but without thinking. It's just the words come out of the mouth. And now we have the moon entering Aries as well in the afternoon, or here in Dubai, it's going to be in the evening around 8 p.m. And the first thing the moon will do will be conjuncting Mercury in Aries. So the words and the emotions collide. So reactions are immediate, honest, and intense. And conversation can spark breakthrough, but also ignite arguments within seconds. So I told every sign, and I'm telling you, is in your second house about values, about money, um, or about self-worth as well. This is a day to avoid conversation, avoid any serious conversation. You don't want to fight. You don't want to say things that you might regret later. So on Wednesday, zip it, keep whatever you have to say. If you feel that things are heating up in any type of conversation, just think, okay, this is the energy of the day. I'm not going to say anything now. We continue this conversation by tomorrow, the next day, preferably when the moon leaves Aries, because on Sunday, and it will enter Taurus, because then you feel a little more less impulsive and less irritated. All this fire energy in your second house might bring some irritation and some, anger, and I just want to say, I just want to fight. You have Mars here, you have Saturn here, and you have your planet as well, Neptune here. So just hold the horses. There is too much going on in the moment on your second house. Um, the next day, on Thursday, 16, there is a big alignment that's been going on the whole week, but it's going to be stronger, or at its peak, or perfect, as we say, on the 16th. And this is Mars sextiling Pluto here, those two guys. So Mars is the planet of action and aggression as well. Is our drive, is masculine, is power, is I'm gonna go. Is our drive, is what pushes us forward. Pluto is the planet of transformation and its power, its control. They are the ruler of Scorpio. So Mars is the ancient ruler, and Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio. And Scorpio is ruling your ninth house, which is your higher learning, your beliefs, your religion, is international travels as well, and adventure. And those two are working to upgrade everything. So to make you, for example, maybe it's time for you to study again. You want to learn something. You want to go back to university. They are working together to make it happen, to push you to do that. Or you want to travel abroad. You're planning to do a trip somewhere. This is Mars and Pluto working for that, to have, for you to have that. But this energy is it's a power move energy, so you can take in a very positive way or in a negative way, um, depending on how you take that, because again, it's very intense, and if you channel the energy well, this is transformation through action. But if you don't, it can bring some power struggles as well. Yes, so just be mindful the teams, so if you're planning a trip, is the time, take advantage, go do it. If you're planning to start learning something, to go back to university, just do it. If there is something in your belief, in your religion, that uh, I don't know, you're thinking, take in a positive way, take it well, so that they can work at your favor and not against you. um, we are on the 16, right? So as we start the day here in Dubai, because the moon will conjunct all these guys. He starts by Mercury, then he goes to your planet, Neptune. So depending where you are, this is gonna happen on Wednesday evening, the day before, right? There is this conjunction where um, there is a check on reality, like bit confusion, what's real, what's not. Be mindful. Then he will conjunct Mars, and then finally for us, it's going to be in the morning that the moon will conjunct Saturn, and that's emotional breaks. Yeah, it's okay. This is reality. Is when you feel more responsible and you set boundaries, especially regarding money, regarding your resources, your money. So you're setting some boundaries here. Maybe be more careful not to overspend or where the money is coming from. And yeah, there's a little bit emotional weight on that. But then the moon also during the day is going to be stronger. At the end of the day, will be squaring Jupiter here on the fifth house again. Maybe it's overspending. Maybe that day you invite your friends for dinner and you decide to pay the bill for everybody. So Saturn here is actually asking you to have discipline and structure when it comes to your spendings, to your money, to values in general. All right. um on the same day, we have the sun conjuncting Chiron, and the sun is shining on a wound here. It's awful to say that, but it is, and it's something that you need to work on. And it's around either your self value, how you see yourself. It could be a wound from the past, from your childhood, that you felt that you didn't have self-esteem or self-confidence, or you felt that you were not enough, that you were not valuable. But it could also be a wound around money itself. Maybe you grew up in a house where money was not was always an issue, or that your parents didn't have enough, and this wound will be highlighted by the sun, especially on this day. So what is that so important is because on the next day, on the 17th, we have this new moon in Aries. A new moon are new beginnings. And as we move here um, to the 17th, this new moon is around Chiron. Chiron is involved, so it's sponsored by Chiron. New moon, welcome to your new moon, sponsored by Chiron. It's in Aries, so it's the first new moon of a whole cycle, of a year cycle. Aries is the first zodiac sign of the zodiac. So there is an opportunity here for a new beginning, for you to start something. And this is all on your second house. So Chiron here is asking you, what is that you need to heal in order to start a new cycle, to start something new, to open something. So heal first, and then you have all the blessings from this new moon to start something within the next 6 months. So it's a wounded rebirth, as we say. As we move to the next day, oh, by the way, the new moon will happen here in Dubai at 3:56 p.m. So in the afternoon, a little bit before 4 p.m. So set your intentions. If you have a ritual, do a little ritual, light a candle, write on a paper what is that you want for this new moon, what is the new beginning that you are wishing for, and do it on the time of the new moon or after, but not before, okay? Because the portal is still not open. It will open at 3:56, 4 p.m., let's say. And then 18, Saturday. Now what we have here, well, the sun is at the at the tail of the dragon. Yeah, it's like he's leaving Aries soon, but he's still there. And now the moon is in Taurus. So the moon is exalted. She's feeling super good in Taurus, in your third house. The moon here is grounded, is balanced, is looking for pleasure. Is when your emotions are connected to your pleasure, to your sensory, what is the word? I forgot. Um, like the taste, the smell, touch. So this is how, like, it's a good day or a good time for you to nurture yourself. Again, third house is all about communication, but also your neighbors, also the things around you, maybe the restaurant next door or the bakery next door. So you might want to go and get a nice cake and, indulge yourself a little bit when the moon is here, or do some um, massage, taking care of your body, taking care of yourself. Yeah, this is what I have for you, my lovely Pisces. So just before you leave, I want to play one tarot card and one message from the angels for you to focus this week. And again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment, please. As you are new to my channel, so am I. I'm new here as well. I just started. This is the third time that I'm recording these videos, and I'll do on weekly basis. All the videos will be uploaded by Friday night, so you can have for the forecast from Sunday to Saturday. And yeah, let's see what is that my lovely Pisceans need to focus on. Sorry, I don't edit any video, so I'm not a content creator. I'm not really good at that. I just wanted to share a little bit my passion for astrology with you. So the videos go as they as I record them, without any break, without anything, and just raw. It's just raw material. Um, ooh, Eight of Swords. It's funny. The Eight of Swords is everything is in your mind. Okay, everything is inside your head, but there is a lot and you don't want to see. Is when you're so trapped within your thoughts that you just don't want to check the reality. You don't want to see. You're not exactly trapped. You're not stuck, but mentally, yes, you just prefer not to deal with reality. It could be this is not a card that signifies Pisces, but it could be a little bit sometimes um, running away from reality and not wanting to see what's happening. So my advice here is to really, and I would say maybe the Eight of Swords could be the beginning of this week. When I say, remember the Sunday when the moon is still in Aquarius. Aquarius is air sign. Swords are air signs as well. And the moon will be on your 12th house, which is the subconscious, is everything inside your mind. So you need to open up. You start the week opening up, and then the moon will shift to your sign in your first house. So it's like a new cycle for you, a birth, actually, a rebirth. And this is when you are finally able to remove the 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 bandage and all of that around you. Oops. Ooh, 44. What it says, take a risk. You see, courage, initiative. That's exactly it. What I was talking about. Creativity, planning, realism, Pisces. Come on. Boldness. Now is a good time to take action on tasks that require initiative. Aries, fire sign, second house. That's exactly what I was talking about. Creativity and risk taking. Get organized and make plans with realistic expectations of success rather than waiting for things to change on their own. But not wanting to move, not wanting to to see the reality. What specific risks can I take right now to align with my goals and creativity? Identify one area where you can take a calculated risk, money, second house, and make a concrete plan to move forward with confidence and realistic expectation. The word realistic come four times in this card. And when we talk about Pisces, we talk a lot about the dreams, about not being realistic. And I think this was on spot, honestly. My lovely Pisces, you can go, you can do it, you can do it. Take advantage of all this fire in your second house and make the move. You'll be successful. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next week. Have a lovely week ahead.